A guilty verdict in the Roger Stone trial.
Fox News correspondent David Spunt has more on the jury's decision from Washington.
Roger Stone found guilty in federal court Friday. A jury convicted President Trump's former associate on all 7 counts, including making false statements to Congress and witness tampering. Stone was indicted as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into 2016 Russian election meddling. The jury's verdict came a day and a half after deliberations began.
The fact that he didn't testify at the trial may have been some indication that he recognized the strength of the evidence against him.
Prosecutors say Stone made false statements to Congress about communication he had with WikiLeaks. Roger Stone's attorneys argued their client did not have a connection to WikiLeaks, and they plan to appeal the verdict.
They have a constitutional right to appeal. I wouldn't expect an appeal that would succeed.
President Trump criticized Democrats while responding to the verdict, tweeting in part, quote, "So they now convict Roger Stone of lying and want to jail him for many years to come. 6 others have been indicted or convicted as part of Mueller's investigation, including Paul Manafort, Michael Flynn, and Michael Cohen." The judge released Stone on his own recognizance. He'll be sentenced February 6th. In Washington, David Spunt, Fox News.
16 seconds is all it took for the gunman in Thursday's school shooting to shoot 5 people and himself. 2 victims are dead, leaving the community shocked and in mourning. Fox News correspondent William LaJeunesse reports.
We just seem so much more safe than a lot of schools, and for it to happen here is just, I can't even comprehend it.
Terrifying moments for students at California's Saugus High School, the scene of the latest deadly school shooting. The gunman was outside in the quad when he fired at random Thursday as students were arriving to campus, hitting 5 classmates and using the final bullet on himself. The entire attack lasting just 16 seconds. According to police, he remained in one spot and did not chase his victims, creating confusion about who was firing the gun. One student says he just had to get away.
I ran to the back of the school and through the fence next to the softball field, under the big pipe that runs behind the school, and into a neighboring street.
Now a 16-year-old girl and 14-year-old boy are dead. The gunman remains in the hospital, according to the sheriff, along with 2 other victims who are expected to be released this weekend.
We have a spiritual care team involved. We also have a clinical psychologist in the hospital who's going to be involved in the care of both patients.
Just hours after the tragedy, community members joined Saugus students at a nighttime vigil to honor the victims.
He was such the nicest person I had really ever talked to. I don't know why he would do this.
Investigators are searching for a motive. Students say that he got good grades and was well liked by the very classmates he traumatized. In Santa Clarita, California, William LaJeunesse, Fox News.
Well, the president held a White House event this afternoon to announce action to make sure Americans know up front what our health care costs will be. The administration says you should know what the health care cost is going to be before you arrive at the doctor's office or hospital. Morgan Wright has more.
Before stepping into a hospital or doctor's office, the Trump administration wants the American public to know just how much that health care visit will cost.
We're stopping American patients from just getting pure and simple 2 words, very simple words, ripped off.
From the Roosevelt Room Friday, President Trump unveiled 2 rules he believes will increase price transparency in health care for Americans and increase competition that lowers health care costs.
We will not rest until every American has access to the highest quality, most affordable health care anywhere in the world.
Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says both insurance companies and hospitals will have to provide price information to consumers in a user-friendly format.
Even me, as the health secretary, I can't find out before I or my family members get health care services what something would cost.
Azar says the American people have the right to know what health care will cost in every facet of their health care needs.
Insurance companies would have to provide you with information in advance about what your hospital or doctor services would cost.
Azar says beginning in January 2021, hospitals will be required to share details of what they charge different groups.
So that you can shop and find the lowest cost, highest quality hospital to go to for various services.
The administration says they're also committed to working with Congress to implement more changes to drive costs down for consumers. Reporting in Washington, Morgan Wright.
The Food and Drug Administration warns Dollar Tree may be selling potentially unsafe drugs and cosmetics.
In a November 6th letter to the retailer, the FDA cited Chinese manufacturers that did not test products. The FDA also mentioned a facility where rodent feces were found. According to the agency, between 2016 and this year, the Dollar Tree was notified of warning letters sent to manufacturers the company has relationships with. A company executive said in a statement to CNBC that the drugs the FDA mentions are products that are applied to the body and not ingested. The executive said in the statement the Dollar Tree is committed to customer safety and plans to meet with the FDA in the near future. The FDA has instructed the Dollar Tree to respond to the letter within the next 15 days and to detail what they've done to address those violations.